Larry catches the biggest bass.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So what we did today is we went and we spent 5 hours out on a new lake. I was going to a lake I had been to before, got out there, kind of didn't like what I saw. I was just kind of feeling inspired. So I talked to y'all a couple weeks ago and I was like, I really want to start going and fishing new bodies of water, and I was gonna just like book an Airbnb, take my kayak, go spend 3-4 days on like a new body of water. I was kind of leaning towards Pickwick, but I was like, I have a couple of hours away from the house. Let me just kind of start local and then we'll branch out as the fishing hopefully gets better in the fall, mate. And I also want to go take a trip to the Outer Banks. I really want to go do that and go catch some reds off the kayak. But let's not get distracted. I went out, I tried it. Also, there's a game camera update at the end of this video, and we have some pretty cool stuff on that. So if you're here for that, then that's kind of towards the end of the video. But we went out, we spent some time on a brand new body of water. We learned a lot, and I'm definitely gonna go back here soon. Shorter video today, but we had a good time out on the water. So stay tuned, and here we go. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. We are at a lake. I think there was I don't know. I'm kind of confused on where I'm at. I'm at Bankhead Lake, but it's kind of like a huge river. I know most of like Alabama lakes are like rivers technically, but this one looks more of like a river. I don't know. I know I fished a tournament on Hole. I feel like I fished one on Bankhead this year, and I thought I came to the same boat ramp, but I've been out here maybe one time before. So technically I've never been here before. Like the bridge I came over, and like some of the water I was seeing on the way up here, I had never seen before. That's my biscuit. That's my breakfast. So yeah, as far as like what to expect today, I have no idea. I was gonna go to another lake, got out there, didn't like what I saw, so I got back in the truck, drove another 30 minutes, came out here. The fishing has been pretty tough in ponds, rivers, creeks. I did a fly fishing thing, did some micro fishing. I have maybe like one fish under my belt in the past couple of weeks. So I was like, the one thing that I know that's consistent about bad fishing is eventually the fishing is good, and normally there's a really good day hidden in like a span of bad days historically. And it's just like, this is the time where you go learn a new body of water, you learn like new waypoints, whatnot. The water's low in some of these lakes, or probably the majority of them. You can't catch fish sitting at home on the couch talking about how bad the fishing is. You won't know when it gets good. So we're out here today. We're gonna figure it out. I got out pretty early this morning, but now it's like 7:30, and I mean, we still have good overcast. We have a slight breeze, so it's pretty fishy. It looks fishy. Let's see if it is fishy. You know what would be pretty cool is if somebody were to design one of these garments to where you could like watch a movie. Like you could get Netflix on it on like a long run. Or I'm sure like even people that troll, that would probably be pretty nice for trollers. All right, so what we're gonna do first is I was coming over this bridge and I saw like a whole bunch of grass, and I was like, huh, that looks good for a frog. That was kind of my hope for today, is like be able to go out to the lake and catch one on a frog. And I think I shouldn't let go. I shouldn't lose sight of that hope. So I'm eating my biscuit and look around a little bit, and then we're gonna go throw a frog in some of that grass. Might also tie like a worm. We have a little breeze, not too much of a breeze to where I'm like, oh yeah, let's throw a spinnerbait, let's throw a slapper out here. All right, I'm going down this bridge. I don't really like this frog rig. I think my hook's a little bit too big for the size of my frog. And then especially in here, I'm not sure how much this gets fish, and if, you know, I could cheat with something like this, or I could get away with even throwing it. So we're gonna cut this off. I'm gonna just tie on a regular black swamp lord, the new Berkeley frog, and I'm probably gonna tie on a crankbait going down this dock. I mean, those are fish, and I've seen, or going down this bridge, this is the bridge I drove over on the way in, and there's fish on it. So overcast today, so maybe this one does 13 feet. Honestly, guys, right now I feel like I don't know what I'm in for. I feel like I'm about to just catch a huge striped bass, because I mean, I'm seeing fish on the I mean, I would not be mad at catching like 10 to 15 stripes off this bridge. So since we still have like a little bit of overcast this morning, normally I'd probably just skip over like an area like this. I don't know, but since I'm here, I'm trying it. You probably spent way too much time on the bridge. That's where honestly the fish finder hurt me on the bridge, because I saw like some big diets that were probably either striped bass or I don't know what they could have been. I did get like a little bit of a tug, and I was like in 30 or 40 foot of water, so I know that it wasn't just grass. I did get like something came up and got it came up and got one of my crankbaits for a second, but it wasn't hard enough to like, it felt more like I might have hit. Oh, that was a blow up. That was a blow up. Okay, let me shut up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that was a blow up. As I'm sitting here, no, that was a horrible cast. It definitely was a small fish. But I had a hit on the crankbait, so that's promising. Thinking after this, I'm probably gonna go fish in a couple of the pockets that I found on the maps. But like I was saying, the fish finder really was hurting me over there, because I was looking at the fish on the fish finder. So I knew that they were there, I just couldn't catch them. I was looking at them, like I couldn't see them on down scan. I didn't recalibrate my down scan or like set the settings to where I could really see. But the side scan, they were there. That was the first bite off of this piece of wood right here. So that's a hint. Don't want to say that was a bass, but it was definitely something that its intent was to eat the frog. Could have been a bass, whatever it wasn't too big. Also, when I was going by this little spot right here, there was a couple of birds. Like there was a bird all the way over there, so that means there's probably bait over here, which is what you want to see 9 times out of 10. There we go. Oh, let it go. I had my first bite right there. One had it and dropped it before I could set the hook. Finally, we have a bite. Throwing a black and blue jig with the chigger craw trailer. Finally, we have something. I've thrown 2 different crankbaits, a frog. Whenever I get over here this side, I'm gonna frog the heck out of that. But it's been tough. It has been tough. But that was definitely like a bass for sure. And I felt him have it, and he let it go. got him. Got one. He ate it. One ate it. Finally, first fish on the frog. Oh, did he come off? No, he came off. That was so awkward. I was trying to get readjusted and one came up and ate it. No. Oh well, we got our first one though. I can't be mad at it. That was so awkward. Like if I wasn't looking at the frog, I would have never known that he got that. Oh well, I can be mad at it, but I really can't be too mad at it. Oh, dang. Oh well, that was our first one. Whew, that was a decent one. I mean, he was definitely pound and a half or so. First one actually like seen. We've had a couple bites so far, but finally got one to come up and eat the frog. I was honestly about to skip all of this and just go up to, it's like a patch of pads up above us. I was just gonna go up there and hopefully have a different result than what we've been having down here, but I'm happy I stayed now. I was just thinking maybe it is like too late in the day, and also the water's still fairly warm. Like it feels cool outside, but the water really doesn't match how it feels. There, well, that was the first one. I mean, he sat for a minute, so I might be moving it too fast. Like to just kind of let it pop and sit. But it's a good feeling coming to a new lake and getting a bite, especially on a frog, because like frogs are kind of one of those, I don't want to say I'm hesitant to throw a frog, but also I don't do that much lake fishing, but you know, frog's kind of one of those lures where it's like, you got to know there's fish in the lake that'll eat a frog to throw a frog. But I mean, we got a good day of fishing. Like we have like this is the best day that you could ask for when coming to a new body of water or a place that you're unfamiliar with. But so far I just haven't been doing something right. We have 2, maybe 3 bites. We have 2 for sure. Like the one on the jig, that was definitely a bite. And that one that we just missed on the frog was definitely a bite. And we've been out here for 2 hours. We have 2 bites. So we just got to get one in our hands. We got to get one in our hands. That's what we're working on. See, what was that? I know the GoPro probably caught that. I didn't see it. Is there like a gar coming up, or? And the one that I saw a second ago definitely looked like a gar, but I didn't get a super good look at it. Ooh, one just tried it. Something behind it, but he can't. Got it. Oh, no. I don't know if he even got it. Like, I feel like I could hook him again. Or actually hook him this time. Get another cast in there. I feel like those were like our 2 opportunities. You know how you go through a mat like this, you don't catch any, but you get those 2 bites. I feel like those were our 2 bites. You know, it's not as good as you think it'd be, but at least that still gives us, like, we still have the sign of like, you know, there's fish in here to be caught. It's just literally on me to hook them. No more. We're taking all prisoners. No more mishooks. There's a little bite. He didn't get it though. Whatever that was small. What's up, guys? So we're gonna look at some of these trail camera pictures. It's pretty interesting what we have going on. So we're gonna start off where I set them up. We're just gonna look at the sexy pictures of me because it took a couple of really good ones. Let's see, here's one of me holding the camera. That was a pretty good one. I want to show y'all that one. So we've had a whole bunch of cool stuff. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all. We have probably well over 400 to 500 pictures since we set the cameras up. A lot of the same. And then also we have some video of a few bucks. I'm pretty sure I have like the same buck over and over and over. And well, I'm gonna shut up and we're just gonna go through these together. So this is me spewing corn everywhere, trying to see what was down there. I put out 8 cameras and I used probably about half a bag of corn at each camera. So We got our first picture that night at 8:03. It's a little doe, or fairly decent sized doe. Not the biggest one in the world, but not a baby. And then this was our first picture. 6:25 in the morning. I don't think this is, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, we have like 2 questionable 8 points that look to be like 2 to 3 years old. And I mean, that's a pretty good deer. It's a pretty good deer. Let's see, let me go back, and this is the same one, I'm pretty sure. So we got those are starts, and those are only a few days of the cameras being down there. We got some huge raccoons down there, huge. So like if y'all like to see a trapping video, I've never done that before. Huge raccoons, like that raccoon is the size of any dog. So I set the cameras to video because some of the pictures I just wanted to kind of have to like put into the video. I wasn't sure how I was gonna do this, but also having the cameras in video mode just kills the batteries. Okay, so we got this one. This is a different deer than the one that we looked at earlier for sure, because you can tell like his little brow tines right there a little bit longer. But still an 8 point, decent deer, 2 o'clock in the morning. We'd love to see that at like maybe 7 o'clock and just have them come in every morning at 7 o'clock. So first morning of the season, we're ready to go. But yeah, same deer there. Then just got them walking around. I downloaded this video. Which that's a good view of them there. Does, more does. And then we put cameras in 3 different fields, and we have good deer pictures in all 3 fields. Big group of does there. Little group of mom and 2 babies. These pictures came in last night. Check this out. This is pretty cool. I think this is like the same 8 point, but one of them looked like it has velvet, and this one doesn't look as thick. I was trying to determine that on my phone. Like see here, the like base of the antlers, you can barely see it on this picture. But like right there, that looks like it's like, it doesn't look like it has that little bit of extra mass to it that the velvet would add to it. We got a few pet raccoons out there. Maybe we kill one of those and I make out one of those hats with the tail. Okay, well, we're gonna go straight to this video, and then I'll put up the video that I want to show y'all. We have a fox on camera. It was pretty cool. But check this one out. Oh, all these are new. This is at 10 o'clock this morning. I haven't looked at any of these. One of our cameras kind of slipped too. You can tell like the pictures are crooked. We had a video of a possum slapping one of the, like crawling on the camera itself. So that was kind of cool. That's a decent deer. Is that that same 8 point? I think that might be. Yeah. So this 8 point went through all 3 fields last night. These pictures are kind of out of whack. I'll upload some of the videos that we've had. So we've had a fox. That's the video you're seeing now. That was pretty cool. Then we had this deer just pull up, and I don't know what he was doing. It looked like there was maybe something in the tree that was getting after him. That was pretty cool. I woke up this morning, and it's kind of like Christmas morning every morning, getting to check the cameras, and I see a deer. It looks like he's like kind of doing the Yogi Bear mixed with like Archie from Dr. Dolittle, like the OG with Eddie Murphy. I was like, huh, it's interesting. Here's the possum. Here's the possum. Look at this. I just kind of assumed that was a possum. I really don't know what it was. He just kind of had like that nose, like the whiskers. It could have been a mouse or whatever. But that was cool. That was cool. But yeah, that's the game camera update for this week. We'll do it again next week. It's interesting. I feel like this 8 point that we have is the exact same 8 point, but here eventually we're gonna have a nice one walk out, and we might move some of the cameras around because I have like 2 or 3 that get pictures, but they kind of get the same pictures because they're so close together. So we might move some of them. Might even throw one back in the woods and just put a pile of corn out in the woods, because you know sometimes the bigger deer might not even come into the field even like this time of year. So we'll see. We're gonna switch it up. All right, guys, so didn't really have the day that we dreamed about out on the lake, but I am gonna return to that lake. Also, I found a couple more little, like, I don't know, just kind of doing some map study. I kind of found a few more places I think could be more promising than that pocket that we went into. The pocket looked good. Also, let me know what you think about like a flipping setup in there. I really haven't done it too much for like a punching in the grass, or maybe like something with a light Texas rig. That stuff was pretty thick, but I saw the amount of movement that I saw in it. They were definitely in there, and I feel like that could be a good way to catch them. The one that ate the frog was maybe 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, so I feel like you could probably still catch them flipping in there. And I had 3 or 4 bites, just didn't didn't have 3 or 4 like really good bites, they'd get it and just let go of it. So it could be time of day, could be time of year. Also could go out there tomorrow and it could be on fire. So let me know any suggestions. Always appreciate it in the comments. Also, one more thing, I've been thinking about this idea. Fishing with Tate's done it on TikTok, and I want to do it because I just think it's super cool. It's kind of interesting. I want to take one of the game cameras, because I have a couple left, like stake it to the ground, just slap dab in the middle of the woods. Like I'm talking, just walk a mile back into the woods, set the camera up, hopefully it has service, and just put a mess of corn, peanut butter, everything just in the middle of the woods and see what comes to it. I'm sure we'll probably get a lot of possums, a lot of raccoons, but just something that's not necessarily traditional and just kind of like a random spot. You know, it's not in like a high traffic area, not in a low traffic area. In my mind, we could get a mountain lion. I've heard of those. We could get a bear. I've heard of those in the area, not just heard of them. Mountain lions, bears, we'll see. But let me know if that interests you. I probably will actually end up doing that here in the next couple of weeks or so. So that might be kind of more like a TikTok, YouTube, short Instagram video instead of like on the main channel. But thank you for the support. We will be back later in the week with another video. I pinky promise that my upload schedule will be better than what it was the past couple of weeks. But thank y'all for hanging out. Don't forget to fish smart and have a great day. Peace. See y'all.